Greetings everyone, Slizzle466 here, and in today's video I'm going to talk about and play some Murloc Paladin. This is a deck that I had a fair amount of success with last month. On the America server I went from 2018 Legend to 984, which I know is not that impressive rank-wise, but 24-6 was my run, so it's an 80% win rate. So why is Murloc Paladin more powerful than before? It got some new tools. One of those tools is McGurgle, really fun to say. He's also my Twitch profile pick, if you've ever noticed. I actually don't think this card's necessary in the deck, so don't craft it if you don't have it. But getting that McGurgle Prime out to fill your board with 4 random Murlocs that have Divine Shield is very, very powerful. The other new cards we have are the Underlight Angling Rod. I like this as more as just a good weapon, but sometimes you just get that perfect Murloc in your hand and you're pretty happy. There's the Felfin Navigator, 4 mana 4/4 Murloc. It gives all your Murlocs +1/+1. This is a really powerful tool because unlike Murloc War Leader, where the buff goes away, the Felfin Navigator's buff is permanent. Now, there's also the Prismatic Lens Tip the Scales high roll, and I personally don't like keeping Prismatic Lens in the mulligan. I play this more as a very hyper-aggressive deck, and one thing to be careful of the lens is you might get really unlucky. You might play the lens, and then you might draw the other lens, or you might draw Tip the Scales and a 5-drop or something. So it's not guaranteed to be amazing, but when it goes off, it's pretty insane. So before we start playing a couple games, we need to talk about the mulligans. So the mulligan is very simple. You keep Grimscale Chum, Murloc Tide Leader, Sir Finley Murgleton, Vilefin Inquisitor, McGurgle, and Rockpool Hunter. Those are the only cards that I like to keep. And you basically just play it out as a curve deck and try your best to play around board clears, especially since we queued into a Warlock. We want to try and avoid playing into Defile as much as possible. So in this case, I'm going to go with the Inquisitor. Because what I might want to do here is have the ability to play another Murloc, maybe buff it with a coin War Leader. I also might want to get a better hero power later off Sir Finley. Now in this case, I'm actually going to go like this, and I'll keep my coin. Tip the Scales. It's unfortunate that we drew it, but if we ever make it to turn 7 without giving up to Giant Taunts, we might consider coining it. However, I just noticed that's a Loot Hoarder, so this is in fact a Mechathune Warlock most likely. So I'm going to go ahead here and do the trade, and I like bringing out the board. Okay, life tap's the choice here. Usually against control you always pick life tap. And now if this board sticks I can coin my Navigator if I wanted to. I might consider just going tap Bluegill, because again I might want to keep the coin for Tip the Scales.
No, trust me.
Okay, so I'm actually pretty happy seeing a Defile on such a weak board, so I'm fine with that. Okay, this is great. We can go War Leader, buff, plays around the second Defile. Unfortunately, if there's a Plague of Flames, there's not much we can do. That's just bad luck. But we can do our best to play around Defile. Hey, I drew both tip the scales. Look at that. Just gonna play this out. I think I need to keep my coin for tip the scales. Uh-oh. Okay, we got a few turns left. I like... What do I like? I think I like this and just going face. Because one of the insane things that can happen off tip the scales is the old Murloc. One of the few cards we have left in Hearthstone that still has charge, and it can get some insane attack buffs off a tip the scales.
Computing.
Okay. Wonder if they tap. Yes. Okay.
Approaches at 10.
Okay.
Job done.
Well, we didn't get the old Murloc. So now I think we just die. It's turn 8. Yeah, I believe this is how we die. Of course, the Dorian, and then the plot twist, and then the treachery. Fun. Well, we got some pretty unlucky draws there.
People are addicted to it.
Goodbye, board. You'll be missed. Ouch. So let's not queue into a Warlock. Hey, Demon Hunter. We can give these guys a run for their money.
This ends now. I will fight with honor.
Okay, so I'm gonna keep my 1-drops. Okay, Megasaw. So in this case, I'm gonna play the Chum first because I'd like to buff the Tidecaller. Please go on the Tidecaller. Thank you. Asking you receive.
One day, I'll be a real knight.
We made him use the coin. Okay, so we'll just bluegill this. Get that out of the way.
Run away!
We might have to rely on the prismatic lens high roll to have a chance here. But our opponent's not developing a board. That's surprising. So Finley. So make sure we do the right order. I will take Fire Blast. I need to remove things. So if both of these stick, I would actually prefer to play the Megasaw. But if one of them dies, I'm going to play the Prismatic Lens and try and high roll. Okay. Well, let's see how we do. Okay. I'll take it. I'll take it.
All I see is weakness.
It's okay.
We're with you.
Okay, here we go. Beautiful. Gonna smack that. Going full aggressive. I better ping that just in case. Tareem's also a nice little card to have running. Quite often in aggro Paladin decks, you want the Tareem, and he can sneak in lethal sometimes. Keep in mind when Tareem plays with the War Leader down, those 3/3s become 5/3s, which is really nice. What do we got here? Ooh, interesting. Okay. So this is looking like a Megasaur turn.
Burn away to ash.
Especially since we have 4 mana now. There was a debate to call. There's a debate to Cold Light Seer to value trade. We'll see what our opponent does. I think you'd be crazy not to play the Megasaur though. 'Cause I think I can get lethal maybe. 7, 10, 13, 16, 19. This is an RNG lethal, so we go for it. Aw. 14. I am aiming everything at the face. Job done. Let's say he leaves 1 minion up. Tareem makes it a 3/3, and then I can ping, and then ping again over 2 turns. However, my opponent could play lifesteal cards, something to consider. Or I just win. So, if you would like to try this deck out for yourself, you will find the deck code in the description below. And if you want to support this channel, you can click the subscribe button, click that bell, and until next time, hope to see you again.